I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. I'm proud to be a conspiracy theorist. Kind of like the big bass in the pond. You know, the one that gets really huge, the lunker. Because he got that big because he didn't just swallow everything, hook, line, and sinker. He investigated a little bit. He took a sniff, you know. He didn't just swallow everything. So, I have to ask you people, just what do you think a conspiracy theorist is? And just where did you hear that term to begin with? On TV? Let me get this straight. You're saying men in high positions of power are not capable of criminal activity and telling lies to the general public? Are you really that naive? Evil men are all through society, even our government. You're saying maybe, a conspiracy like that would involve hundreds of people, and how could you possibly keep all of them quiet? Well, you're right. 100%. It is impossible to keep 100% of those people quiet. How do you think I know? The things I know. I investigate because even a bucket with holes in it is capable of carrying water from one position to another. It's still going to leak water, isn't it? But it's still useful. Same thing with a conspiracy theory, supposedly. You only need to fool about 80% of the public, which isn't hard to do when you control the major network and newspapers. Let's see. We know more about 2 Boston bombers in 5 days than we know about the sitting president of the United States in 5 years. That alone, people, should tell you something. Now, also what got swept under the rug, and I don't know if anybody noticed it but me, why did a Saudi national who was at the bomb scene, he was in the hospital, get shipped out of the country very, very quickly? Sounds an awful lot like putting bin Laden's family on an airplane right after 9/11, when no other planes could fly. We got to look into it, people. Look for yourself. Don't take my word for anything. Investigate. Most people, 80% that don't believe these things, don't believe it because they want to be part of the majority. It's more comfortable to have everybody around you agree with you. That's groupthink. That's not having an analytical mind. That's not looking in. That's not an individual. That's swallowing everything, hook, line, and sinker that's fed to you. And it is fed to you. As I said, you know more about 2 bombers than you know about the sitting president of the United States. That should tell people something. You should be a critical thinker. Don't be a leader. Don't be a follower, people. Be a leader. Do you consider yourself open-minded and critical? If so, how can you possibly ridicule an opinion that, I've done research. My opinion comes from knowledge, from looking into it. I didn't just jump on somebody's bandwagon, you see. That's why I'm one of the minority and not the majority. I don't just swallow things hook, line, and sinker. I'm that big bass in the pond, remember? I know not everything is a conspiracy, but neither is nothing. You see, there are conspiracies. We should evaluate each case individually with an open mind. Look into all the aspects, not just what they feed you. You have to learn for yourself. You have to think for yourself. More and more people are getting their information off the internet. And yet, I'm a kook, I'm a loon, I'm a conspiracy theorist if I do that very thing. I don't take the media's word for things because I know that they're not telling you certain things and they're telling you certain things. They're highlighting this while this is going on behind your back. CISPA gets passed behind our backs. You know what CISPA is? That means everything we say, do, message to anybody is going into a database, and CIA, FBI, everybody can look at it that want to. Isn't that nice? You see? We're guaranteed in the Constitution to be able to communicate with each other without government intrusion or even looking at it at all. They have no business looking at your and I communications to each other. Private communications. It's just like a letter, people. They can't open a letter without getting a court approval. Yes? It's the same thing with any instant message, but that's gone now. You understand that? That's an intrusion on every American's constitutional rights, but that got passed behind our back while Boston was getting bombed. It's not just a conspiracy theory, people. It's a conspiracy. The media's not colluding with the White House. Why do you hear nothing about this Saudi national that got shipped out of the country? Quickly. He was in the hospital because he was at the bomb scene. He got injured. He's already out of the country. Wouldn't we want to hold this guy and investigate? Nope, gone. How about that? And you don't hear anything from the media. Why? Why aren't they asking about this guy? I mean, certain things tell you to look. 4 bombs were mentioned. I have all of these news programs on video. I burn it to disk. So I have this. I can look back. I can tell you exactly what they said when they said it. They supposedly had 4 bombs. If they're 50 pounds apiece, how did these 2 guys distribute them? Amongst, mind you, DHS had a tent set up right around the corner. Convenient. There was all of these very obvious operatives in pants and shirts and dressed like, Marines that everybody can spot in this crowd. You need to look. Everybody needs to look into this. How can this guy just get shipped out of the country? Is he going to maybe tie the White House into this? They're bringing martial law down on us, people. How many cops, DHS, FBI, were all over Boston looking for this kid? Kicking people's doors in, searching people's houses, getting everybody used to seeing all of these big armored vehicles that you and I are paying for now to sit there running all of this time. They give up the search, and a homeowner finds this guy hiding in his boat. Yet they don't want you to have more than 10 bullets in your rifle sitting inside your own house because you would be the threat. You must look into things, people. Look into it yourself. Glenn Beck says he's got the inside scoop tying this guy to the White House. This Saudi national that got shipped out. Well, I'm going to be watching Glenn Beck on Monday. How about you? Look into things, people. Investigate for yourself. Be that big bass in the pond. Be a conspiracy theorist and wear it proud. I wear it proud. It tells people that I at least look into things. I don't take anybody's word for anything. I look for myself. That goes for Bill O'Reilly, who tells you the spin stops here. He calls me a kook and a loon and a nut because I know that the illegal alien Muslim dog in our White House is a complete fraud. Everybody should look for themselves. Don't take my word for it, but investigate for more than 5 minutes before you call the investigation bullshit. Think for yourselves, people. Wake up. Don't be a sheep. Be a wolf. Be that big bass in the pond. God bless us all, America. If the United States government is willing to do this to the American people, we must stand up and put a stop to this. It's up to you and I. God bless us all. Good luck, America.